Shubha Mangalam, this is Hemalata at Little Scholar High School taking up class 8th biology, and the first lesson is what is science. When we have listened this word children, we have been hearing right from our childhood that there are the different concepts in science, like study of the body organs, their functioning, reproduction of plants and animals, certain tools which we use on our daily basis, and pollution, etc. But science does not stop there. It is much wider than this. And when you look at the different concepts of the science, different branches of science, we have like microbiology, genetics, industrial processing, food processing, robotics, space study, and the list is on and on. The science has made our life much comfortable compared to the primitive era. Nowadays, the science has made our life and brought our life into a very comfortable zone. Like if we have many gadgets which we are using in our day-to-day base, takes the human efforts, which has brought down the human efforts to a considerable low level. We are able to contact any person to any part of the globe in a few seconds. We are able to travel from one nation to the other nation in a matter of years. So all these are the benefits of the science. But at the same time, we human beings should know how to use the science, whether it is for the good to the society or to create a bad impact on the society. What is science actually? The science word has originated from the Latin word called scientia, that is nothing but the knowledge. And how this science has occurred? The science is the result of observation, ideas, understand nature in a specific way. When we look into the nature, we get many ideas how this process is actually occurring in the nature, how this phenomena is occurring in the nature when there is no one to guide it or to give some directions to it to happen. We observe many things which creates a great impact on us, how it is able to occur on its own. So there are different ideas, the different questions which come to our brain. And to understand this, we need a specific way. There are certain people in the society who look at the concepts at a very different way, in a specific different angles compared to the other people. So science is the result of observation, ideas, and understanding the nature in a specific way. Now, what is science? It is the concerted human effort. What do you mean by concerted human effort? Concerted human effort means the science is the work which has to be done in a well disciplined, coordinated manner. The work which is done by previous scientists should form a guidelines or should form the base to the next scientist who is working on that particular subject. That means there should be a correct coordination between the previous work or the present work and the work which may take place in the coming time. So we also say that, and all this can happen because of the observation, experiments, and the process. All the experiments have to be conducted in a safe, by taking all the safety measures. Any experiment which has to be conducted to be considered various variables, like it can be the temperature, it can be the pressure, or the reactants what we are using. Otherwise the entire experiment can get collapsed, and again it has to be restart from the beginning, and the correct output cannot be given. And this experiments observation, it's an ongoing process which gives every time, at every stage, a new idea, a new concepts will be discovered. And we say that science is a tool to explore the nature and to find the solution to the problem. When we say that science is a tool, it is a tool to unfold many secrets which are lying in the nature, and it is also a tool to come out with various solutions for the problems. For example, a farmer is very much worried about the unseasonal rains which may destroy his crop, or there are various different insects or pests or kind of diseases which may destroy his crop. So the science acts as a tool to overcome this particular problem, and the problems can be many like that. Maybe the occurrence of the floods, if it is predicted in the earlier stage that people who are living or surviving in that particular area where near to the seashore and all, they can be evacuated and shifted to the next safety place. So it is also a solution to the problem. The base to for all these observations, ideas and experiments and the process to go on, the main thing is the questions which bombard our brain. That means the questions like how it happens, how it happen, why it can't happen in other way like that. There are many questions or doubts which come to our brain. For example, how why the green leaf is turning to a yellowish one, and how it is when it is dried, how it is falling down, how insects is able to know the food stored at some particular place, how a small pill is able to give a relief to the such a big body. So these are the questions which form the basis for the new ideas, new inventions to come out. Now next, when we talk about the observational science and the experimental science, we talk about various group of scientists who are engrossed in particular field. Here when we look at the ecologists are the people who study about the particular habitat. In our earlier classes you have learned what is an habitat. Habitat is nothing but the living condition of a particular organism, how the organism is able to adapt itself in the given conditions, and in case if the particular environment has changed, how the that particular organism is able to adapt itself to the changed conditions. So ecologists are totally into that. Then geologists are the people who study the nature of the soil, the different quality of the soil, whether it is a soft soil or whether it is a porous soil, what kind of minerals are present in that, and what kind of minerals which be helpful for the farmers to grow such a particular kind of a crop. And they also investigate how which kind of resources are available in the earth class, like petroleum, coal and all. Then when we talk about the paleontologists are the people or the scientists who work on the dead remains but nothing but the fossils. They study the fossil to such an extent and they will come to a certain opinion that this particular organism or the fossil which they have studied has survived a certain some years back or certain period of time, and how the in the process how the human evolution has occurred. Now when we talk about the astrophysicists are the people who study the space, about the stars, about the planets, about the constellations and all. And climatologists are the people who study the different changing weather conditions. They are able to study that, predict that what is the particular temperature on a certain given time, and when can the rain may occur, and for how many days it may continue and all. So all these are the observations which are done in the nature so minutely and so carefully, and this comes under the observational science. Now when we talk about the experimental science, here we talk about example like chemist or the biologist. Chemists are the people who create some chemicals which are useful for our day-to-day basis, like using like certain products we use on a day-to-day basis, maybe the floor cleaner and all, or certain kinds of medicines which has to be given to get rid of certain ailments and all. So that chemists, what they have to do, they have to conduct certain experiments in a series to come out with a solution or to come out with a particular drug, and all these experiments need to be conducted in a controlled variable things. Then when we talk about the biologists, for example, we'll consider certain group of biologists who are studying a particular maybe bacteria or a virus which causes some diseases, and what is the nature or what is the shape of that particular organism, how that organism is able to transmit the disease from one person to the other person. So all these investigations are done by the people, and this form the basis for the next group of scientists to find out the solution or to find out the drug for the particular disease. So this is the observational science and the experimental science. Sometimes it is interdependent on each other. Now what is science actually? Science is the process where all the observations have our ideas, our questions has to be shared, record and maintained. why the work done by one scientist has to be shared or recorded or to be maintained, because that can form the base or that can form the framework for the next scientist to carry the process from that particular point. And sometimes it so happens that whatever has been given by the earlier scientists can be disproved, or there can be some modifications or changes. This is about the science, how it important to the human society, or how it has changed the factors, and what are the things like experiment process to be carried on and all. But why do we need to science? What is the importance of the science? Yes, when we talk about this, we have two concepts here. One is the individual perspective and the social perspective. What is the meaning of perspective? The way you look at the things, the way you look at certain particular area. Individual perspective, for example, there is one particular scientist who is very much interested in the field of genetics. Genetics is nothing but a branch of science which deals how the characters from the parent have been transferred to the next generation. So that particular scientist will go in depth of the subject, and he give the research, what all his research have worked to the society, which is a boon to the society. And that is how we are able to study today the heredity and all in our chapters. So it is the individual perspective, that individual perception what the scientist had has come in the form of a gift to the society. When we talk about the societal perspective, we see that many nations, many societies are investing in the infrastructure, or they are concentrating more on the research work, so that new and new things come out. The scientists are dedicating their lives for to come out with the new concepts, new ideas. Now when the scientists are coming up with these new ideas or concepts, that improves the life of a person of in the society, that is the betterment of the society. It improves the quality of the lifestyle of a person. Then it is also important to get rid of the, it is also helping in the to get the solution for the particular problem. As I said earlier, maybe to find out some drugs for certain ailments, or to find out some chemicals like pesticides and all for the controlling for the good growth of the crop, or some technology where the machinery, very highly sophisticated machineries are developed, so that it require less manpower for the production to occur. That means science is also a tool which gives a solution to certain problems. And overall it is the economic development of the country. When the country is investing so much in the research, coming out with new ideas, new technology, what will happen? Naturally many people will get the employment, and other nation shows the interest in the investment in the particular nation, and as such the economic development of the country increases. So all these points is how, what is science actually, what are the process which are involved in it, what are the different fields of science we have, or how the experiments or observational science takes place, what is the importance of the recording and sharing the ideas, and why it is important to study the science. For this particular session we'll stop here. In the next class we'll move further. Thank you.